Hello everyone. Just wanted to give a quick update on the Sojourner Travelers. If you follow me on Instagram, you may be aware that I sent 3 of the travelers out on the field to be tested. I'm happy to report that they withstood the rigorous testing and they have all come back. So here they are. In my last video, I gave a mini introduction to the travelers. And I apologize in advance because some of the information I'm about to give you is a repeat from the other video, but I wanted to give you a more thorough overview here, so please bear with me. I designed a Sojourner Traveller out of my own personal need. As I'm packing for my travels, typically I'll designate ahead of time in my bag which pocket I will keep my money, my passport, boarding pass, itinerary, things of importance that I don't want to lose. Well, it never fails. Many times, I do exactly that. I lose it. You know the scenario, you're about to show your passport or boarding pass, ID, and you realize that you can't remember which pocket in your bag you put it in. You end up fumbling around frantically while people in back of you are giving disapproving looks. Because of course, that never happens to them, right? Right. My Sojourner is always on hand because it houses my planner and my wallet, and so I figured why not designate a pocket on my Sojourner for those important items. So that's how the Sojourner Traveller was born. The Traveller is made up of 2 different leathers. The dark brown leather is what's called nubuck, and it is a pull-up leather. It has a distressed look, kind of Indiana Jones-ish. If you scratch the leather, a lot of times, all you have to do is rub it with your finger on the scratch and it disappears. Isn't that cool? Anyway, the pocket on the nubuck is a vegetable tanned leather. The kind that gets darker the more you use it and expose it to the elements. It starts out like this, undyed, and through time it can turn to this color. This one was purposely tanned by the gal who field tested it for me. She left it out in the sun until it turned this color, and I'm not exactly sure how long she left it out, but because every piece of leather is different, the color will vary from leather to leather. But basically, the longer you have it in the sun, the darker it will get. Now this is the camel version. No, it's not made of camel hide, it is cowhide. It is a nice, classic-looking leather that doesn't show scratches easily, which is very nice if you don't like the rough Indiana Jones look. The pocket is made of vegetable tanned leather as well, but it is pre-dyed by the manufacturer, so it won't darken as it ages. As you can see, there are 2 pocket types. This one is the front pocket and has a half circle cut out at the top. The other is a wraparound pocket that goes from front to back. These pockets are designed specifically to hold a passport, boarding pass, receipts, things of that nature. Although I didn't design the pockets for phones, I did ask my field testers who used the prototypes for 2 to 3 weeks to put their phones in the pockets and use it on a daily basis to put it to the test. It held up just fine, but again, I have to reiterate that the pocket were not designed for phones. They are designed for papers and passports, like I said, and things like that. Some of you may have noticed on Instagram that I have a 3rd traveler design. It is one that I took on my latest trip to Maui. I hadn't talked about it because I literally came up with a concept the night before I left for our family vacation. Anyway, while on vacation, I received several inquiries. As soon as I returned from my trip, I had orders waiting for me, so I began filling the orders. So I might as well show it to you now and talk about it. This particular Sojourner is called the Sojourner Traveller Designer. These are one-offs. If you're not familiar with that term, basically it means that there are no 2 that are exactly alike. I use the natural edges that come from each cut of leather. Remnants, basically, which are typically thrown away. So if you purchase one of these, not only will you own a one-off, but it is also a reclaimed product. something you can feel proud owning. Because the designer is unique, it takes careful crafting on my part, and so when you order, you won't know in advance what you will get, shape-wise of the pocket, or what, if any, kind of markings that it might have. As you can see here in the samples, it has different markings. Again, none of these will be exactly alike, so they really are unique. And also the stitching is done in red, which is my favorite color. So again, these are the Designer Series Travelers notebook Sojourners. Now also available as an accessory that can be purchased separately is a card holder. It is made of vegetable tanned leather, undyed. In here it holds about 4 cards. I usually put 2 in each slot. On the other side, I usually carry a washi card, some receipts, sometimes cash. And again, this can be purchased separately. It can go with your Sojourner Traveller or your Sojourner. Now, what comes in your Sojourner Traveller? As in all Sojourners, the Traveller will come with a field note, a bookmark, three bands to hold other books in case you want to put more books inside. The wraparound bands come in brown, black, red, or green. On the Designer, it comes with either red or brown. Now let me show you how I use the Sojourner, the Traveller. In the front pocket, I put my passport and boarding pass for easy access. Inside, there are 2 small bands and 2 larger bands. On the first small band, I keep my card holder and my calendar. Which I band together with one of the bands that comes with your order. And that fits right into the small band. These are both passport size, so it fits in the small band perfectly. In the larger band, I put a book of mementos. What I put in here are basically stickers, business cards, a little bit of journaling, decorate it, it's fun. And when I get home, typically I will place photos in it. I also keep receipts. Now in the other larger band, I put my journal. I do this for all my traveler's notebooks because I like to designate my journal its own band, because I sometimes will write a lot and it makes it easier if I am able to take it in and out, then I can write comfortably. But you can also put other things in these bands. For instance, once I'm done through customs and all that, I typically will take my passport for safety reasons. I put it in the small band here in the back, just to keep it from, so that it'll be out of sight. And then sometimes I'll put the boarding pass here as well, the used ones. And because I like to travel as light as possible, I only take 3 books typically in my Sojourner Traveller when I go on trips. However, in this one, you can actually put up to about 6 books with 0 overhang, plus one of those card inserts. So there you have it. I hope that this video answered a lot of your questions. And if you have further questions, please don't hesitate to ask. You can email me at retrowtures@gmail.com. That's RETROWTURES. That is also my Instagram name. As always, thank you for watching. And remember, document life as it happens. Bye-bye.